Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Alhamdulillah wa sallallahu ala nabiyil ummi. One very important topic that needs to be addressed is how we view our spouses. And when I say spouse, I mean specifically a wife in our case, because I'll be speaking from the men's view and men's angle. So there's a very disturbing trend that I'm starting to see, that is, men constantly think of their spouses as business partners. And what I mean by that is they keep saying, what is she bringing to the table? So that's a very, very financial mind frame where a person says, what is she bringing to the table? Although I do realize there has to be some type of compatibility and equality in their upbringing, in their education, their religiousness, their worldview, and so on. But to feel like financially she has to be bringing in a certain amount of financial value to the marriage, otherwise, I don't see her as valuable, especially we considering the fact that traditionally speaking and Islamically speaking, it is preferred that the woman, the wife stays at home. So if the wife is staying at home and your mind constantly bothers you when you go to work or go to school and you come back and you're thinking, oh, what does she bring to the house? How does she make my life better? And how is she financially benefiting me? If you're constantly counting people or measuring people or seeing their worth through money, and in a very financial way, by hour, I did this much hours of work, what does she do? That's gonna really put a strain on your mind, on your emotional and mental well-being, and you're gonna drain your wife and destroy her if you keep thinking and talking to her in this manner. Islamically speaking, there's a very, very simple one-sided demand from a woman, that is, she should never cheat on the husband. That's the primary requirement from the wife. So if you study the hadith, you'll be surprised. That's the main thing that's mentioned. She should never cheat on the husband and do anything haram in a sexual way. She should reserve her body and her sexuality for her husband. And that's about it. Anything else extra, it's just extra. It'll be preferable. For example, does she have to clean the whole house? Does she have to cook and all that stuff? She can do it. It'll be really preferable. It'll be very human, and it'll be socially expected that she do some of that work, because at the end of the day, she's not being pressured to go out of the house, which again is some type of a challenge to go to work. So she should take, as a human, as a considerate human, she should take some of that challenge at home and do the work in the house. And again, by her doing that, she's being very kind and generous. But that's about it. But if a person constantly comes home every day and asks the wife, what were you doing when I was gone? If you are becoming possessive and over aggressive like that, you're just going to burn yourself out and your wife out. There's no need for that. Learn to see her as your love that's just sitting and waiting for you at home. Don't think of her as a business partner. If you do that, you'll do yourself a very big favor and save your marriage from ruin. May Allah Ta'ala give us a tawfiq to understand, and may Allah give us serenity and peace in our marriages. Wa akhiru da'wana alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen wa sallallahu ala nabiyil ummi.